Graveyard here, no tricks, just bodies. Today we're running in the paws of a wolf. This game is called Wolf Quest. It's about living the life of a wild wolf in a realistic ecological simulation set in Yellowstone National Park, where you have to basically learn to survive, find a mate, have pups, and then just grow and see what life holds for you. I got this game way back when it first released. And that back in demo days, I miss demo days, but I really enjoyed the game. It was probably one of my favorites way back then. And this wolf here is named Fenrir. I had him in the demo session as well as the original game, and I had him while I was waiting for the game to fully release, that way I could play the full game through with him. When Anniversary Edition came out, which is what this one is, or this version of the game is, I had to move Fenrir over here. I had to change the dates as well because these used to say 2007 and, 2007, but a few months after the demo was released. Had to switch them up because that wouldn't make sense now, unless you were to play this back in time. But yeah, so with that, we're going to be running into the game. We're going to be starting a new game with him. Single player, we're going to be going to Slough Creek, doing Find a Mate, Permadeath, all deaths for pups, easy difficulty, and we're going up to Second Meadow. Just because there's a den up there that I'm aware of that I absolutely love and enjoy. So with that, we're going to be running into the game. I will be putting up the bio of Fenrir, as well as if anyone wants to name any of the pups in the near future, you are going to be more than welcome to. As experienced hunter, you know the ways and whereabouts of the prey. I'm not going to be taking the tips because I've played this game multiple times. Never mind, I guess I am. We've got to go hunt some elk. Hello, Bug. You're not going to stay down, you're just going to crawl down and go to sleep. Okay. Ow! Watch your nails, dude. Bug is a parrot that I own. Which I will be posting pictures of her eventually. Alright, we found the tracks we were looking for. Looks like they're going this way. I tried moving to my controller for this game and it failed horribly. So we're just going to be using mouse and keyboard because that's what I know to use with this. Oh, they're already running. That was not expected for them to immediately start running. And we just have to kill 2 of the elks in order to move on to the next quest. Okay, we got our first kill. Oh, they're right there. Well, we can't do anything with that until after we've killed another elk. And I think our next kill will be a calf. I'm guessing the cow we just killed was this one's mother. And with that, we've made both of our kills. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that that was supposed to be that quest. I guess we're gonna go check out the wolves that are up here. I'm hoping to find a 3-star or more mate. Well, we have 2 3-stars here. Not bad for our first finds. Seem to have more of a timid one there in the back and a more confident one up here. They are both 4 years old, meaning that they'll most likely die first. And I may try to go see if I can't find a mate that's a tad bit younger. But for a first start, this isn't that bad. So I'm going to let these girls go for now. And see if we can find anything else. So just gonna fight off some competition. And there we go. We may not have a territory of our own yet, but we've chased off our first set of competition. I don't know if these are the girls we just met or not, but we'll go visit them and see. Because we might have just... No, because the other girls were back that way. We found a den. Alrighty. It's another 4-year-old female. A 4-star 4-year-old. Okay. Another 1-star. Even though she's 4 years old, she is not her. She is a 4-star. So I'm also re-looking at what my favorites are. So we've got 1 for Playbow, 2 for Confident Tail Wag, Wolf to tell the pups to go into a den, Squeak to call them out, Bark to tell them to come here, Growl to intimidate enemies, as well as the very confident tail. So now we just got a bond, and part of that bonding is exploring and hunting and all that other fun stuff. I'm gonna see if I can't get them to start running. Because I don't want just getting hurt trying to hunt one of these. Well, at least she's confident in joining the hunt. Goal is if we can get one to start running, then we go. We both got some injuries now, but that is okay. It's part of the life of hunting elk. There. Well, we both have major injuries from that hunt. Me with a minor jaw injury and a major leg injury. And nothing from here yet. Well, at least she's not one to eat away from, to grab chunks and eat away from the kill. We got 2 in speed and 1 in strength, so... Wait, so what does that mean for the... I didn't look at the health. Ooh. Hmm. The limp is bad. I'm gonna move us a little ways away from the kill. And get us some sleep. And we're gonna dream. I have a feeling bears are gonna be a big problem in our life. I'm petting on a bug, and she is fast asleep. Oh, we didn't get any dreams. Having one less coyote in the world will be a lot nicer when we have pups. Well, minor injuries are healing, which is not bad. Yeah, we're gonna sleep again. A lot of the time when socializing with the mate is sleeping, eating, defending kills, making kills. And just vibing in general. Why don't... Yeah, we'll go with that. So we're gonna be starting... Oh, looks like Looks like the pack's dispersed. Okay. Well, that's gonna make taking over the territory I want 10 times easier. Okay, so we got to 100% on this one. And we're going to go that way. We're going to be looking for dens as well as marking all territories, because we've already got one den right there. Which, knowing where that den is, tells me exactly where my go-to den is. Okay. Sorry if I'm really quiet. I don't know what to say in some of these episodes. I believe the den I'm looking for is out here somewhere. Yep, it's over this way. So this here is probably my favorite den, and you guys will get to see why as we raise our pups here. But yeah, over here is one of my absolute favorite dens. We can see everything from here. Gotta get this to 100. Okay, so we're gonna take over quite a bit of this territory, so we are gonna have to go down. Since this is gonna be our main den, we are gonna have to go down and go around. It looks like there's another wolf over here. And considering this is going to be our territory, we can't have any strays on our turf, you know? Yeah, I think we made our point clear. So I know this game can be played multiplayer and do the full story mode as well. I wonder if anybody or anyone would want to do that with me. Is that a new howling animation right there? I'm guessing that is. And claiming more territory. I think we're gonna go out one more and then up. So yeah. I might cut some of this out, I might not. Or I might see if I can't speed it up to where it's just the running and making the territory and everything else, because this is the lengthy part. This is the part that takes a little bit. So there is a den nearby. So we're gonna keep an eye on it and see if it... Okay, so we're gonna go this way. And we found the scent, so we'll just follow the scent trail then. I'm not always the best at finding what I'm looking for, but I will indeed find it. It's not this way. It's over here somewhere. I'm not seeing the scent marker for it anywhere, so I don't know. It gets weaker over here. Stronger back this way. It's almost like we're on top of it, but it... Oh, it's right here. Okay, cool, cool. Back onto the trip that we're doing. That has to be a new howl animation. So I like hunting out the territory before moving out to the next plot, simply because it gives me more time to get around as I need to. There's also another den in this area, so we're going to see if we can't find that den as well. I'm guessing the den is going to be down here somewhere. Seems like we've trailed from it. What? Where? Oh, from in between the rocks. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, anywho. Yeah, but it looks like both of the all three packs have dispersed, which has me questioning what happened and why. No, I'm gonna mark this one. Now we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna start wrapping around. Probably cut through all of this here, and then come down. We don't need a large territory since it's just us two. But as our pack grows, we'll start taking over other territory. Just running and running and running, running and running. There we go. I wonder if the Wolf Quest creators are planning on making any other games like Wolf Quest. I'm pretty sure there was talks about it, but I don't know if they're gonna go through with it or not. Something like Lion Quest or Coyote Quest, or Hyena Quest or Wild Dog Quest or Dingo Quest. There's so many different animals out there that you could do it off of. I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, Lion Quest would be kind of heartbreaking though, because of the fact that male lions kill cubs that are not their own. So, that would have to be something people would have to just deal with doing. But it might be worth it. There's also a lot of animals out there that are like wolves, pack-wise. Like, there's the hyenas, which they have a bit more of a different social dynamic. But I think it'd be just a tad bit interesting, or not easy, but a bit more easier to program than trying to do lions. You never know. But then you got like the wild dogs, jackals, dingoes, foxes, coyotes, all sorts of different creatures that have a bit more of a family dynamic that I think would be really, really interesting. I mean, some of them would just be scaling down the wolves and changing the coat colors. Oh, that's just a bush. It looks like something dead. That one's dropped significantly fast. There's probably some dispersals out there. If there are, we'll go deal with them. We may or may not have territory disputes because we are invading, this pack's territory, though they basically dispersed. But I'm okay with that. One thing I do wish is that on these maps, that they'd have some more dens that'd be up in these corner areas. That way, if we wanted to, we could just carve out basically a pizza slice for ourselves. Because it'd be easier to go from, like, here all the way down and around to here. To do, like, a set to keep the main border strong. And I'm not going to go for these back here yet until after we've had our first litter of pups. That's going to be our den, so we need to go over at least one more, then come down, and then round that off. And we should be good. I might come over here and then come down. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that. I mean, it makes sense for us to go for that, though, but it's so far from where our den is gonna be at, it's not worth it right now. Dude, meerkat quest. That would be fun. I love meerkats. There's so many different animals that could have like spin-off versions of this game, and I think it would all be really cool. I think this is where they're hanging out. Probably they're here or here's where they're hanging out. Like the pups or remaining survivors are probably trying to hang on. From 79 to 24. There we go. I really do wish that there was a game like this, but for lions, though. Wolves are one of my favorite creatures, but lions are also up there. I absolutely love them. That has to be a new howling animation. Anyway, that's filled out, so we're gonna head that way. Alright, time to go take out this scent post. Also, I feel like if you do a complete map takeout over, that it shouldn't allow more wolves to be able to move in. It's like if I were to take over all of up here, then it only has maybe 1 or 2 packs down here and not, you know, 3. I didn't realize I was in a fight. So now we can see who all of these are, because they're all part of the Bison Path. Subordinate, Pup, and Pup. So probably the lone survivors of this pack, desperately trying to hold on to what territory they've got left. This little pup has a lot. I'd rather not kill the subordinate, though, because I feel like these pups will definitely need the subordinate in order to survive. I had them bitten. One thing I wouldn't mind having is that if you come across rival pups, you'd be able to take them in. Like, if you were to kill off the subordinate here for the pups to join us. I'd really rather not kill them. I guess I'm gonna have to kill one of them. I hope these pups can survive on their own. Well, no, actually, they're taking off. Hopefully they survived that attack. No, we're gonna create a scent post. Maybe we should name them. Let's give them those names. Hopefully they'll survive, because all of them were hurt pretty bad. That has to be a new howling animation. I swear. I'll let them keep that 93 over there for now, because at least that'll give them some sort of safety. I really do wish that there was the ability to adopt pups like that, where it's very clear that the parents are dead or not around anymore. They've got one older sibling that's still with them, but if that older sibling dies, the other two pups are most likely going to follow suit. I really wish there was the ability to decide whether or not to spare or kill, depending on how they react or interact with you. So if they enter your territory as pups, and their pack has obviously dispersed, they could walk up to you and just roll over or something in attempts to get adopted, and then you could make that decision to adopt them or not. I know it's not realistic, and I don't know if it's has happened in wolf cases or not, but there are some cases where an animal will adopt another one of its kind without any type of relation whatsoever. It'd be a really cool concept to see if it were to be able to be worked into this. Like, it wouldn't happen often. It'd be like a 1 in 100 chance while you're playing for it to happen. But I think that'd be really cool. Okay. Now we're gonna go down and pick this one up and then go over. And we might pick that one up. We still have to take out those two that are in our territory. I know there's another den, but I don't think we need another one because I have 5 on the map. I can't wait till our pack has gotten bigger. Luckily enough that once we've had our pups, every year that goes by we won't have to go out and reclaim territory. We just have to keep up with keeping it marked and clearly set as it's our territory. I need to see where we're at on the quest. We got 13 out of 15, we need 2 more. So we're going to get this one and then head up to the middle of our territory and go claim those. Typically it's the making of the territory that becomes the hardest and is the longest part of the game session. Another den. I know. Well, we added another den to our collection. So we're going to get to the point to where we can have pups. I'm going to let the pups come out of the den unnamed. And then you guys can leave comments below or wherever I post this, if I post this to Facebook or whatever. You guys can leave name suggestions in the comments below. Or you can name a pup specifically. You'll just have to tell me, you know, the number and letter that stand with it, but are next to the name before I can name it, and then I'll just name that pup. I think we could call this the Legend Packs, because I mean we got Fenrir, we got Aphrodite, so it'd either be Legend, or we could do Mythic. We'll do Legend. I mean, our territory's not complete, but we can continue. There is a den right here. Not our den, but this is a den that looks like Bison Peak has taken over some more. Let's see if they're still alive. They are still alive. Okay, so this territory is now ours. We are going to move up and take over those two that are in the center of our territory real quick and then head to our den. Because I believe our den's this one right here. We haven't taken that like I want to, but we will come back for that. It is nice to see that Bison Creek is getting some more, and I hope those pups survive. That's a really cool animation. Okay, those are bears. I'll let them be. I thought they were other wolves. Oh, hey, look, a bison skull. I will let that one die down a little bit, but since this one's almost out, I will... No, I might as well just take them both over now. I don't know why I'm carrying this bison skull with me, but I am, and it's now mine. These two territories, I'm not going to be... Anything that's on the inside of the border, I'm not going to be like, has to stay 100%. I will be on top of it if it, like, runs down to 40 or something, because that means there's somebody in the territory. But as long as it's above the 50 mark, we'll be okay. Border territories, I'd rather not see them go under 80. So we're going to end up with a path system where we're going to do like the bottom 4 the first day, and then those top 4 the second day, and then these 4 the third day, and then spend the rest of the time just in the pack hanging out. Okay, I'm not gonna 100, like I said, I'm not gonna 100 everything that's in the territory, but for the starts of it, I'm gonna get everything up to the 90-ish mark. That way, it gives me a bit of time to have the pups, stick around the den for them for a while, and go on about life that way. I'm going the wrong way. We need to go that way. That way. And yes, we're taking the bison skull with us because it was an accidental find that I wasn't actually looking for. And just about any skull or bones or antlers or any of the other collectible items we have are eventually going to make it back to the main den. I don't know what to name the new den, though. It's going to be our first den. And we are now the Legends pack. Or the Legend pack. We could name it the Coliseum. Where all our little gladiator pups are born. One more for good measures, and then we will head towards the den. Okay. Now we gotta go all the way down to where that hundo den is. Because I'm pretty sure that's the one that Fenrir's gonna pick. Yeah, we're still a good distance off, so we're on our way. We're slowly getting there. Almost there, we just gotta keep running. Like I said, the first episodes are always the longest episodes, as it's just starting to get into the pack territory, making the territory... That's not the den I wanted. Is it that one over there? I bypassed it. Whoops, the wrong den. This is the tree den. A good den, but not the den I want. Those clouds don't look like clouds. Now we might move our pups to that tree den, or we might move our pups to one of the... Not one of those. So yeah, no, that would be the next den to move them to, if we give too many fleas or something. Actually, no, there's a den further down in this area, so I might end up doing that instead. Just going and finding that den. Bears and bear cubs! So I think before we go up there, we're gonna come down here and see if we can't find that other den that's down here. Unless we've already found it. I think we might have already found it. It seems like it's already been found. Okay. Well, I mean, if we have to take over more territory around other den sites, we can. It's not going to be that big of a deal or problem. And this is where our den is going to be. So I'm thinking we're either going to name it the Coliseum or the Museum. Not sure yet. Coliseum or Museum? We'll go with Coliseum. Alright, let's see how many pups we got. Because this is a 4-star mate, there is a good chance of us... I'll have the fun parent for now, and then we'll add strength. Oh, I can have 2 of them? Dude, yeah, let's up our health. We have, looks like 5 pups. 3 males and 2 females. So if any of you guys want, in the comments or on Facebook or wherever I post this, in the comments leave, 1892M name, and then whatever name you want. We're going to hit continue for now. They're going to keep those names until they have other names. With that, we're going to save this game. Okay, maybe we have to wait for everybody to finish crawling out. There we go. I have a lot of games here. Anywho, we're going to save that like that, and we're going to exit the game, which I'll do shortly. So, with that, remember, it's not just a channel, it's a resurrection. Subscribe and join the Undead Army, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.